Lean in, lock in, listen. The other day I came across something and I was doing a little something at the car dealership and it said, relax. Sign said, relax. The only pressure is in the tires. Relax. The only pressure is in the tires. And it reminded me that an attitude is like a flat tire. You're not going anywhere until you change it. And so many times we put so much pressure on ourselves when we need to be relieving the stress, the anxiety that often becomes animosity, the pressure that is built up on a daily basis that we can't seem to configure because for many of us, it is a trigger. And so today I want to talk about how to fix what's flat. Check your tire pressure. How to fix what's flat. And I'd like to use the word tires as an acronym for the first one being trauma. As we're checking our tires, as we understand that we need to relax the only pressures in the tires, we got to check our trauma. What are our traumas? What are the traumas that you are still wrestling with? What are the traumas that you're still grappling with? Yes, your traumas, but also your triggers. Checking your trauma, checking your triggers. What really sets you off like a Jada Pinkett, Queen Latifah movie? Yeah. What really sets you off like a Jada Pinkett, Queen Latifah movie? Come on. What really gets under your nerves? What really makes your skin crawl? What really jolts you? And here's the thing, we're going to continue to trip over what we never acknowledge. We will continue to trip over what we never find truth from. We will continue to trip over what we fail to remedy. You got to check your trauma. You got to also check your triggers. Checking your tire pressure. When I'm thinking about tires, are going to help you to really navigate the road ahead. When I'm thinking about tires, I'm also thinking about what inspires you, the I in tires. What inspires you? Yeah, what really inspires you? What wakes you up in the morning? We're grateful God woke you up in the morning. But what wakes you up in the morning without an alarm clock? Talk to me. What wakes you up in the morning without an alarm clock? What really gets you to going and growing and saying, all right, I'm going to tackle my day today? And one of the first ways that you tackle your day is, yes, you're saying your prayers, but also by making your bed. I heard somebody say, listen, if you could just make your bed in the morning, that's the first task that you complete. If you can actually be ardently disciplined about making your bed, you can make it through your day. Why? Because it's the first thing that you get up from that has to be remedied, that has to be dealt with, that has to be straightened, that you have to make something neat out of it. What inspires you? Is it your children that are inspiring you to keep it going? Is it your spouse in your house? Is it the things that you've gone through? Is it the fact that people have told you no and people have oftentimes shut the door in your face? Yeah, and they rejected you and told you don't let the good Lord don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Mm-hmm. Has it moved us into that particular place of rejection? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. For me, what inspires me a lot is people who don't think I can make it. Sure does. What really gets the windmill going for me and gets my engines revving is the fact that there may be somebody out there who doubts me. And so guess what? I'm as competitive as anybody. I'm going to compete to complete the purpose of what it is that I have to complete. And here's the thing, more than competing against anybody else, guess where the real competition is me versus me. Yeah, each and every single day, like that Detroit line that's on my cap, no cap, I'm going to roar in the face of depression. I'm going to roar in the face of doubt. I'm going to roar in the face of drought. I'm going to roar in the face of trauma and triggers. I'm going to roar. Why? Because I'm going for more. Checking your tire pressure. We're trying to fix what's flat. I don't know if you ever had to fix a flat before. I don't know if you ever been stranded on the side of the road and you had to call roadside assistance. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. But you have to have the right tools to fix the flat. I'm giving you the tools right now so that you can check your tire pressure. Because here's the thing. For many of us, we have a slow leak. Our joy is slowly leaking. Our peace is slowly withering away. For many of us, listen, it wasn't like you ran over a nail and it was an automatic flat on your tire. No. For some of us, it was months, weeks, days, and years in the making. And it was a slow leak. The trauma caused it to be a slow leak. The triggers caused it to be a slow leak. You're more tired than you are inspired. A slow leak. People said things about you. People who you thought were going to heal you and help you wound up hurting you and harming you. It became a slow leak. But yes, you may be limping, but I guarantee you before this podcast is over, you're going to be leaping. Talking about checking your tire pressure. The T in tire, and tires rather, is for trauma. The I is for inspiration. The R is for rest. I want to ask you, are you refreshed? Are you rested? Did you get some rest? I want to ask you, what is your sleep hygiene like? And let me even say this. Just because you go to sleep doesn't mean you get rest. It's two totally different things. It's two total different extremes. It's a fork in the road on that. Just because you go to sleep doesn't mean that you get rest. Rest is of the mind. Rest is of the spirit, not just of the body. Rest says, listen, I'm going to power down everything that is around me so that I can hear the voice of God speak to me and through me. I'm not going to be titillated and stimulated by every single distraction that's going on around me. I am going to find some peace and quiet and some tranquility and some serenity, even if that means I'm sitting in isolation. Even if that means I'm sitting and looking at the walls. Yeah, because I understand that the writing is on the wall. Even if I'm sitting and looking at the walls, I understand that the writing is on the wall, and that writing says restoration. That writing says refreshed. That writing says rested. Things that we need to do to become who it is that we are. And here's the thing, a lack of rest will affect your mood. Why are you so, going off, popping off on people? Why are you so emotional that you're not rational? Why are you in a place of paranoia? Why are you why are you emotionally eating? You're reaching for more Skittles than you are strawberries. You're reaching for Butterfingers and not blueberries. The lack of rest will now cause you to have a craving for fatty foods. A lack of rest, a lack of sleep will now cause you to have a craving for sugary substances. Here's what you got to do. You have to rest because your appetite depends on your rest. Food, what you're eating, the food that you're eating is an indication of the mood that you're in. Food affects your mood. I don't know if you ever been able to eat something and you ate something and all of a sudden within 5 minutes you pretty much dozing off. You didn't eat anything that fueled you. It drained you. Got to refresh yourself, got to rest, got to make yourself a priority. You have to put yourself on your calendar. You have to put yourself on your schedule. You matter most. And that's why you have to do that. Talking about checking your tire pressure. Your tires, very key and important. Focusing on trauma, focusing on what inspires you, focusing on what refreshes you. Here's another thing, the E in tires stands for you elevating as an eagle. Elevating as an eagle. Eagle, empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. That's what we talk about in my Eagles community. If you're not a part of it, you need to go there. You need to go there. You're allowing life to go through. You're allowing life to pass you by, and you need to seize the moment. There's something that's great on the inside of you, but it cannot come outside of you. It cannot be birthed until you get into the right community like mine that's going to empower you to become who it is that you're created to be. Want to build your business, want to build your brand, want to build your bank account, want to find the breakthrough that's on the inside of you. Get into a community like mine, which is the Eagles Academy, theeaglesacademy.com. It's time for you to elevate like an eagle. Scripture says this, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. There it is, renewing your strength is based upon rest. They shall mount up with wings as an eagle. They'll run and they won't be weary. They'll walk and they shall not faint. Time for you to take flight like the eagle you are. Too many times you're around crows and vultures, those who feast on carcasses. You're around chickens and pigeons. When you are called to be an eagle sets its nest in the mountains. An eagle soars above. An eagle soars into more and before. An eagle sees more and before. An eagle understands is that even when there's a storm that's out, a storm that is raging, the eagle doesn't fly away from the storm. The eagle soars into the storm while every other bird flies away from it and uses the storm to go higher. How are you using the storm to elevate? How are you using the storm to integrate? How are you using the storm to delegate and designate and move into a place of direction in your life? Elevate like the eagle that you are. If you spread your wings, I guarantee you're going to win over and over and over again. Checking your tire pressure, tires, trauma, inspiration, refreshing, or rest rather, eagle. And here's the thing, spirit. You've got to keep a sensitive spirit. You've got to keep a sensitive spirit. You have to mute the noise around you so that you can hear God's voice speak to you and through you and within you. You got to keep a sensitive spirit. Listen, life has become, to a certain degree, so depressing, so daunting for so many people. Life has oftentimes become a place that has become deleterious to our destiny. And here's what hasn't happened now. We've become desensitized. We've become desensitized to decay and dismay. We've become desensitized to crime and violence and our children getting shot up in the streets. Come on, let me talk to somebody. We have become desensitized to disunity and fights and negativity. We've become desensitized to all of that simply because our spirit is no longer sensitive. Our spirit is not sensitive to the needs of people. Our spirit is not sensitive to those who are least, last, lost, left out, overlooked, underserved, underrepresented. Our spirit has not become sensitive to those who are without a home, those who are vulnerably housed. Our spirit has not become sensitive to our returning citizens. And because we lack a sensitive spirit, here's what happens. We become hardened like a shell, all about I, and give the rest of the vowels back. In the last days, perilous times shall come, and men shall be lovers of themselves, without natural affection, truce breakers, disobedient to parents, all of those particular things. Got to keep a sensitive spirit. I got to check my tire pressure. What is the pressure that you're experiencing that is now causing you to be defensive rather than sensitive? What is it? We got to get to a particular place to where we're probing and we're doing the internal workings inside of us so that we can now fix what's flat. Check your tires. Check your trauma. Check what inspires you. Check the ways in which you're going to go about getting better rest. Check what it takes to become like an eagle and elevate. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. What is the state of your sensitivity when it comes to your spirit? I got to hear the Spirit of God. My sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. I got to be sensitive to the needs of others. It's about more than just you. But the greatest among you shall be a servant to others. Why don't you go ahead and get my latest book? It's called Know Your No: How to Build Healthy Boundaries in Love Without Losing Yourself. It's such a riveting read. It's a book, not only that when you read it, you don't just gain from it, but here's the thing. When you read it, it reads you. Yeah, it reads the traumas and the triggers. It reads you to see if you're inspired and rested. And if you're really elevating like the eagle that you are, if you're really keeping a sensitive spirit, it calls you to check your tire pressure. This book calls you to fix what's flat in your life so that you can build some healthy boundaries. You got to know who to know, and you have to know who to know. It's worth knowing your no so that you can live in your yes. Really is. Once you go ahead and get a copy of my book, is available right now on Amazon. You can get it as an ebook. You can also get it as a hard copy. You can get signed copies on my website, which is EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com/know your no. Go ahead and get the book right now. If you're not a member of my Eagles community, I was alluding to it just very, very, very quickly. And that is, it's time for you to level up. It's time for you to go past the limitations, the expectations of others. Become a member of my Eagles community, even right now. Go to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. Fill out the form, and I guarantee that you, yes, you, will be transformed. Theeaglesacademy.com. Go there, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. That's what it's about. I know you're going to be transformed by Eagles community. I'm sure, and I hope that you were transformed by this courageous conversation that we just had here. Time to check that tire pressure. That's right. If you were transformed, drop a Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, gmail.com. Once again, Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, gmail.com. Link is in the chat, link is in the description for how and where to give. And your giving helps me to continue to give the gift that keeps on giving. That is through service. Service is the rent that we pay for the space that we occupy. Yes, I don't just serve online, but also serve offline. Mentoring, building up our community, empowering people to overcome the obstacles in their life, even serving as a pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Ministry right here in the city of Detroit. I would that you would help me to help other people. And once again, information in the description of this video for how and where to give. Is yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, your brother from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, brother got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. keep soaring higher.
I want you to go ahead and get your hands on my new book, Know Your No. It's all about how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Boundaries are not limitations. Boundaries are for liberation. You're going to find a way to unbox yourself. You're going to find a way to really love yourself and to move into a place of emotional regulation, to stand your ground, to draw a line in the sand, stand 10 toes down on it. Don't do the electric slide. Don't moonwalk away from it, but really stand wholeheartedly down on what it is that you say. It's for your protection. It's for your self-care. Moves you into a greater place of self-awareness and emotional regulation and developing your mental health and creating boundaries so that you can abound to a new and a greater level. Go right now to get a signed copy at EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com. And then, of course, you can also get it on Amazon. Go and get the book right